Yowza, what's everyone? Not just your average Joe. So I'm kind of late to the party, but in the end of the day, I still want to talk about this. So let's just get it started with kind of cute quote from here. So I know they started choosing these units for a while, but I'm not sure how I feel. So it's gonna be Mia's first alt costume, which is pretty sick. And I didn't realize how much she matched like the theme of Halloween. I actually did not notice that. Yes, yes, it is. So she's a staff flyer, which has been a long time coming, and a lot of people have been wondering when it's gonna come out. I'm gonna assume she's a fast unit with like a decent resistance stats. So after combat, if unit attacked, resets special cooldown of target and falls within 2 spaces of target, and inflicts the following status on target and falls within 2 spaces of target to their next actions. Inflicts special cooldown charge -1 per attack during combat, and it neutralizes special cooldown count reductions after combat, but skills that accelerate and slow specials are still active. So Groundblade's effect is still active. Slaying Edge effect is still active. I think it only really neutralizes special spiral. Inflict special cooldown charge -1. So I guess you also get +1 on your cooldowns. Well, that doesn't make any sense because you're already resetting the special cooldown, right? So I guess they're getting one. They are getting an additional, so they reset, and then you give them. So if it's Aether, it's 5 becomes 6. Is that what I? And is that inheritable? She's kind of cute with her attacking stance, like the art on the left. So
those who do not give treats must suffer a trick. That's the rule.
of course they had to use Kagro, and I'm gonna be honest, in a maid costume, I am liking it very much. But bottle juice is -1 per attack, and then the usual defense says -7 defense res on target and falls within 2 spaces. Mirror Strike, which would suggest that she'd have a high attack and resistance stat, or a decent resistance stat. Even attack weight would suggest a decent attack stat, and then coming with Bolt Fighter 3, which is I guess it sort of stacks with Bottle Juice, because Bottle Juice is during combat and Bolt Fighter is technically after the attack. I think that's how it works. Basically, Draconic Aura could be proccing every single time she attacks. I just love how she's throwing bottles, and somehow that's stronger than actual daggers. I'm actually curious to why they picked Niles. Like I know he's a popular character, but it's interesting that he finally got one of his own alt. So Sparrow, probably higher speed attack stat, reflecting his actual unit. In the same way, Kagero, I guess the Mirror Strike kind of reflects the warding blow that Kagero does come with. Mia comes with I don't think she comes with an ace skill. I think she comes with Vantage. No, she goes with Flashing Blade. So I guess Speed Bond kind of makes sense. Yeah, so Sparrow and attack speed link. So it's very clear that this guy is a speedy guy and gonna rely on attack. But let's be real, no one's gonna be using that B skill anytime soon. I guess you could use it with Repo and Pivot on defense teams. But let's be real, he's an armored unit. So he's blue. He's an armored unit, so I don't see why people wouldn't run like the same set you would run for Jacob. Depending on the set too, like he probably might be a little bit better. If he's really fast, you might not even need Bolt Fighter, but Bolt Fighter comes with the additional cooldown, so it's really hard to tell. So she's basically a red version of herself, but she's just armored. I guess they had to release that because of of Legendary Tiki. I mean, there's really not much to say. I do love her. Defense +5. I wonder if her other. I don't think her other breath does that. Cause no wait no. No. It is the same exact thing. I guess you'd have to give her just a counter in order to maximize because she does have Vengeful Fighter. Armor March. Is she flying too? Because that would frustrate me. Like she's 3 units. Well, maybe not 2 because she'd have so much like weaknesses. Yeah, that's gonna be everything. It seems like it's gonna be a pretty good banner. It's nice to see some more representation from other games. I guess they had to have the mandatory fates, but Mia caught me off guard. I would have never expected Mia to be to even have an alt, and Myrrh actually makes sense. It's kind of cute too, like when she says "boo." So yeah, there's not much more to add. It's everything to say. Thank you for watching. Later days.